Yeah, so tell me how everything's going so far. Like um how's business so far?
It's going good. Um, I would say you really helped us a lot. Especially when it comes to like replying messages and all of that stuff. That's where I was um a lot more behind in there. So when I was running Google Ads, I used to get emails a lot. So I think it was just harder for me to sit and reply all of these emails. So what happens is a customer emailed us in the morning. I would reply him 6:30, 7 o'clock in the night, and by the next day he's already booked someone else. And that was like for most of the jobs. But now it's different. Now with your system, with the app I've got, everything is handy, so I can do all of these things from my phone, which is easier. Um, and then you also help us replying through messages and phone calls. So it's made us a little bit. That way we can make more money. We're still
Mm,
making money, but now this way we can make more.
100%.
Mm.
Yeah. Can you tell me what business was like before coming on board?
Um, it was like I think now we downscale. So it's a good sometimes it's good to downscale. Before, as if you remember, I used to have the car wash, the
Yeah.
cleaned car wash and
Yeah.
and detailing this business. Um,
Yeah.
that just didn't that just didn't want it wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't like doing it. Um, it was just hard work for everyone. I had 7 employees. Everyone was just working hard, and we couldn't get much out of it anyway. So I think that was the hard part. From there, when I moved out, so this is just a temporary location for another 1.5 weeks.
Hmm.
Um, and then we'll move to a bigger, nicer location.
No.
Probably a little bit far from the city, but yeah. So I would say it's come up really good. We're still making the same amount of money as we were making before because now, if I'm just doing ceramic coatings and all of the jobs that you give us, your system gives us through ads and stuff, I don't need 7 employees and stuff. I can be the only one still making the same amount of money. If I hire someone, then it'll be a lot of labor. So if I make more, obviously there will be a bigger cut going to the other guys too. So I
Mm.
think it's just work out the same for me.
And I think it's better because you're more specialized now in ceramic coatings. Like your the jobs that I've because I'm comparing your calendar before working together and then comparing them now.
Mm.
Your calendar is more ceramic coatings and window tintings and those type of specialized jobs. Whereas before you were getting like, interior details. Your calendar was like
Yeah,
always booked out with all of that type of jobs, right?
yeah, interior details, outside details, cut, polish, this, that. It was always been like that. For a long time because when I started doing headlight restoration. That's where I started from. From there on, I went to do like interior details and then outside washes and got myself a polisher. That's how I started. So I started bit by bit by bit. So I would say when I started, I was doing headlight restoration and interior details. That's like my specialty. I can do my eyes closed.
Mm,
Ceramic coating is pretty much pretty much new because I've been doing it for 5 years. And ceramic coating, we only started like 1.5 years, something like that. 1.5 to 2 years maybe. Um, that's why. So this was new, but yes, it was good money. When we started, we used to charge a lot more. This is like we used to give like okay wheels for free, glass for free. Before it was all priced up really good
mm,
because dealerships were charging $3,500, $4,000, and then we can charge customer like upwards of $3,000 for a
mm.
ceramic coating on any car. Now it's different in Adelaide. I don't know how you guys work over there, but it's different in Adelaide. Now dealerships are charging $2,000 for a ceramic coating plus a dash cam. So you
Wow.
can't beat that. Yeah, it's hard.
I guess markets kind of change as well. Everything's the prices of everything's going up as well, so money's kind of tight for everyone. So I think that's
Yeah.
a factor as well. But you know, right now we're just making the most out of it, right?
Yeah, I think the customer who needs quality, they will still pay you good money for, what you can provide them. So it should be all right. As long as these customers keep on buying cars and keep on getting strong
Yeah,
coatings,
yeah,
we can survive in a business. So it should be all right.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Mm.
Yeah, so could you just elaborate on what kind of marketing you were doing before working with us?
So um, I had Google Ads running. Um, and to be honest, Google Ads were giving me a lot of business. It was mainly through emails and phone calls, but Instagram and Facebook, I would say it's a lot more cheaper than the quantity. So the quantity of leads we get has grown, but they're not all of them are not like, they're not 100% customers. So it's a lot of back and forth going with Instagram and Facebook customers. Whether Google customers, they were just straightforward. Like, they give you a phone call, they just want to make a booking, regardless of what you charge and stuff like that. So that's why when I used to run, that's why when you have a look at the calendar before, it was all in the details and all of these stuff because I was running ads. Google ads, people just ring and they would just want to make a booking.
Yeah.
That's different. So we'll start doing that again. Google ads, that's good. My website is under construction at the moment. Once that's finished, so we'll start that again. But I would say it's nicer to just have that system that you've got. So everything is all in one app and I don't have to switch to different stuff. I don't have to go to Instagram to reply someone and Messenger to reply someone and then check messages as well. So everything is just one place. And plus the recording. On my smart numbers, so I've got a number 0870787078. Whoever gives me a phone call, it gets recorded. But to check the recording, I have to open up their portal. I have to go in there, search for the number, and then see a recording. But with your system, it's different. I can just open it up, and the recording is already there. So I would say it's nice. It's come up pretty good. Yeah.
Mm,
So the
that's
overall
really
experience, like switching from Google Ads to Facebook, not Facebook and Instagram, um, was easy. It's just made it easy for us.
mm, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you say like the system and working with us compares to other marketing agencies you've used or might have heard about in the past?
I've used a lot of marketing agencies. Um, and I've used someone, I won't name them. I've used someone that charged me $2,500 every month for for SEO plus Google Ads. But what I was getting in return was just bullshit. So I would say it's a nicer experience working with the system that you've got, plus working with you. Then I just feel like I've hired someone. It's different. It doesn't feel like that you are an agency and you're just working for, giving us some jobs and leads and whatever. It feels
Mm,
like, okay, you are a part of business. So that's what I feel like. So it's nice to have you around.
yeah, 100%. Yeah. I guess it's different as well because I'm kind of like a one man band right now. So I can be more
Mm,
personalized with my clients, right? I'm not like a big marketing agency where every client is just like a number to the business. Does
mm.
that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, cool. Um, and
Mm.
before joining us, like, what really made you pull the trigger on new gen marketing?
Um, the only line I would say when you say to me that you'll contact the leads as well, you'll give them
Mm,
phone calls and reply to their
yeah,
messages.
yeah.
I think that was a big deal for us. Um, because I was looking at almost at a point when I started looking for someone like just to hire someone to take care of phone calls and stuff. Um, I get a lot of phone calls from Instagram. Um, and it's a lot. I would say most of the time my phone is always ringing. It's just always busy. So today is Saturday. That's why I can do because every single one who's calling me is going on voicemail. if someone's trying to ring my personal number, obviously they'll come through. But business are going on voicemail. That's why I
Hmm.
can get time. Otherwise, Instagram, because all of these followers and all of the love I'm getting from a lot of people, they just keep me busy. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I think it's nicer. It's good.
Mm. That's good. Yeah. And with everything we kind of spoke about, the main question I want to ask you is like, what would you say to the detailers that are on the fence about joining new gen marketing? Like, should they do it, or what would you suggest to them?
I would suggest them do it, but not make you that much busy. Like you can't pick up other people's call. Like,
Mm.
okay, yes, so yeah, I want to see you grow your business. But there's so much things that that a single person can do because I can same as me. When I had 7 employees, I could do more work. I can finish more cars in a day. But when you just by yourself, it's less that you can do.
Mm.
The more busy you get over time, the more frustrated it gets. You're not getting time for yourself and family and this and that. So for just a business, you're amazing. What you do is just keep on doing it. It's amazing. Um, as on once you start getting busy, then we'll be in a big trouble.
Don't worry, I'll definitely find a way because I'm looking into finding a way to solve like the sales part of the business. So like, you know how you can't you said you don't have time, you're busy doing the jobs, hands on, right? So look, like when I'm expanding, 100% going to offer something to my clients where I have someone placed into your business, calling up the leads, trying to schedule in the leads. Like that's something I'm definitely looking into. But right now, I'm able to take that call, like take all them those calls for you. So when I'm expanding, I'm definitely looking to hire someone myself just to handle the leads
Which
just the
is
same
good.
way I'm doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'm just mucking around, but I would say yes. What are you doing? What are you doing is just amazing.
yeah,
Um, and I really appreciate you being, you contacted us, and it was just a nicer experience working with you. So it's nicer. I've tried a lot of marketing agency before.
hmm,
Um, due to the amount of followers I have on Instagram, I get a lot of messages, and you've seen them too. Like
yeah, yeah.
I get 2 messages every single day for someone who's a marketing agency that they want to work for us.
Mm,
So as I said, I've been contacted by a lot of agencies, but it's just a number for them. Like they just want to make money out of what you're spending. But I think
mm,
spending money with you is different because it feels like you are a part of business. So
yeah,
I don't mind paying a little bit extra. Then okay, I could have got someone to do my ads for $300 a month, but are they doing the same amount of work as you? But no, probably not.
mm,
Yeah. And that
that's
way,
fair enough.
my business more because you're replying to messages, you know, you're listening to the recordings and stuff. So
Mm,
my business more than anybody else now. All the employees know, but as a marketing agency, I think you know more than anyone else that we hired before. So it's good.
yeah, I'm actively in the business pretty much with you. Like
Yeah.
I'm actively helping you out all the time. I'm always communicating to you. Um, and yeah, I think it's a yeah, overall, like working with you as well. It's not all about me, like working with you as well. It's really been like a really good experience. We often have calls if something's needing improvement in the business or like in terms of like the sales process. We always have those calls like what do we improve on? How can we make the ads better? So you as a business owner as well, I think
Mm.
it's been a really good experience working with you because you're always quick to make to see problems, I guess, and we make those improvements really quickly. And then that's why our results kind of like in the second month working together, we've been able to do really well.
Mm. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Yes.
No
I
worry.
think that's the goal because um everyone's spending money. So if I can get the maximum out of what I'm spending, I think that's the best I can
Yeah,
do for my business.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
And if you're comfortable as well, do you mind sharing how much you were making on a monthly basis when you were doing like the interior detail work in your old shop, and then now when you're more specialized in the coatings? Like, I know you said you were
Yeah,
making the
I'll get
same,
a
so
lot of
what, yeah.
yeah on my calendar. You won't find a lot of jobs that I just did when customer just walked in. Because
Mm,
when I had that car wash, it was, a lot of guys just walk in. They just rock up. They want to get it done. So we never had all of them on the calendar. The calendar we just had for someone who just given us a phone call or they send us an inquiry. So, because there's no point putting someone on a calendar who's already standing there next to you and they said, oh, here you go, there's the keys. Um, Mostly for ceramic coatings as well, I would have a lot of walk-ins where people
mm,
just walk in. They had a phone call. I've given them the price and all of these stuff, but and they just rock up all of a sudden. I had 7 employees, so I could get that done really quick, and
mm.
that's what I say to all of my customers. But now it's all gone different because I've got me, and I've got another guy who's working outside. So, um, but he's a part timer, so he comes every now
Mm,
and then, doesn't say
mm.
that much. But yeah, that's fine. We can share. Yeah, that's all good. What have we got?
Yeah, so
Have you taken the maximum week one or the minimum week one?
no, I want you to share like just like a rough number. Do you know how much we made it last month? Do you know exactly?
um, Not exactly. I'll just have to look for it. Um,
Just a rough number, like doesn't really matter. I'll tell you what
um,
jobs we did last month. 8 coding
I think
jobs.
on an
Sorry,
average,
seven
on an
coding jobs
average,
from the ads.
um, there's been 1 week really good when we make, I think, 6,500. Um, and after that, it's been 3,000, 3,500 every single week. Um, but before, when I was doing without you, I just had the car wash. I think that time was different. So, if I like pick an average, I would say I would have probably on my calendar probably 1,700 to 1,100, 1,700, like a 4,000 because I might have 2 swarm coding jobs. But yeah, so working 7 guys working for me on a bigger shop, bigger expense. But if I compare to just me working and making the same amount of money, with getting higher end jobs, I think that's just working out fine. It's good.
Do you
So I would
prefer it
say it's
that way?
the same amount of money. Yeah, I prefer it this way. This way is better. I've got less. Um, Before Saturday, Sunday, I was always at work. Now I can just get a day off. You know, after I think 1 year of running. So when I was mobile, it was different. When I used to do mobile detailing and out of my garage and stuff, it was different. And I can be at when I had the car wash, it was just 7 days. Uh, I don't think I had a holiday in a whole year,
Wow.
not even a single day off. Now, when I moved to this place and working by myself, plus you helping us out, um, I'll be able to take a couple of days off, so which was nice. Like maybe Sundays off for a month, or so every Sunday, okay, I'll take a day off. Or if I've got something, then I'll just come finish it off and then go back. Before it was different. Everyone was there. I have to be at the shop.
Mm, yeah. Mm.
So I think it's better. Yeah.
No, that's good. Because especially you have a family as well. You have a daughter, right?
Yeah, 4 month old daughter. Yeah, 5 months. Yeah.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, at least you get that time off now, right? To spend time with your family. So I think that's really good as well.
Mm,
Um, yeah, no, that's definitely a really good.
yeah.
Um,
It's good. I think it's um I just I don't want to be a millionaire. I don't want to be the richest man in the world, but I just want to make good money out of whatever I do with less headache. You know,
mm,
if I've got I had a bigger shop, it was just more headache. You know, um, when your business is all relied on employees, then it's very different. They will not come on the busiest side. They'll take days off. They'll they will not reply to you in the messages. They will, and stuff like that happen. But you will keep on taking more work, and then you'll be the only one who's stuck in the end. Well, I think working just by myself, it's I'll be able to make the same amount of money as in profit. I'll be able to make the same amount of profit. Plus, I don't have to pay anyone. It's less headache.
mm,
I'll take the work that just I can do, and that's it.
mm.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Yeah. Do you think in the future, moving forward, do you think if we keep up with this pace of, consistently getting you these coding jobs, window tinting jobs, what are your plans for the future, I guess? Do you want to move into a big shop, hire detailers, like professional detailers to help you do the job? Like, how are you thinking ahead? Like,
At the, I think at the moment I'm not planning to go big. I planned this before and I tried it. For some reason, it didn't work out for us. Um, it might be a lot of things might be wrong because it was our first time to go big. It might be our problem. It might be the employees that wouldn't just get good employees and stuff. So it might be an issue there. But overall experience of growing the business big, it was just more time consuming and headaches and um, just working, just grinding off 7 days a week, not taking days off and stuff. So it's always work, 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 work. I think it's okay. I might hire maybe one guy um, to just help me out, but it won't be more than one. So I'm not
mm,
planning to hire more guys and growing big and going, all in again. So I think it's just better that I stick to myself. Whatever I can do, I'll grab. If I hire someone, if I find a good employee later down the road, then I'll just hire him and start getting more work. So, but
100%.
obviously,
Yeah,
I gotta consider that, okay, if we move to a bigger shop, it'll be bigger rent, it'll be more wages. Okay, then we're making more money, but we've raised our expenses as well. So I've learned it
mm,
the hard way, but I think sometimes it's just better to go back, like to take
yeah,
a step back.
yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, cool. Um, and I've asked some of my clients as well, like what questions they want to see you answer. And one of them was like about sales. Um, so what would you what are some tips, I guess, you would say to the details out there about sales, about talking to these leads, calling the leads, etc. Like, what's your take there?
Hmm. I think just be truthful to the customer. Um, I've seen a lot of other shops that, okay, that when I started doing PPF jobs, um, a lot of other guys who say, okay, I'll do PPF. Yes, we do PPF, and then they would send it to me, or they will send it to someone else. And same as ceramic coating. So I've got pretty much 15 window tinters around me, and they all do ceramic coating, and they all send it to someone else. Do they tell customers that we're getting a third party involved, or we're getting it done from somewhere else? We've got a subcontractor or something like that. No, I think it's just nicer to be just loyal to the customer. If you don't do it, you don't do it. A lot of things that in my business. Okay, so this car as an instance, when we get the wheels painted and the calipers painted, I said to the customer, this is not that I do. Yes, I can get you a job, I can give you a prize and all of these things, but I would send the car to somewhere else and they will do it and they will send me back. It's all covered, it's all insured, um, but it's not happening here. Please just be loyal with the customer and not with just this customer, like ever since I started, I've just been loyal to all of my customers, and that's what had a good helping hand from all of these other clients and stuff. If customers doesn't need anything, like okay, someone rings your phone and say, okay, I've got a 2009, probably a Camry, which is all pretty bad condition, and they need the ceramic coating done. I've seen shops when they say, yeah, man, come in, we'll sort it out for you. If someone gives me a phone call about that, I would say, man, this is not worth it. It's not worth it. I would say to them, just save your money. Um, but what happens from there is the next time they buy something new, they will remember you. They will
Mm.
they will remember you because you can. Okay, I can grab a lot of money from one customer once, or I can take smaller payments from them for the whole lifetime. Because they will always have a car and they always want to get something done. So I think just be loyal with the customer. That's my tip, I would say.
That's really good. Yeah, I think that's really powerful. Being like really
Mm.
honest with the customer, having the right
Yeah,
expectations. Um, and yeah, lifetime value is way more valuable than
yeah.
a
As I said,
one-time
look,
purchase.
I've got customers um that without any payment plans, like okay, they come to me, they want to pay after pay. I said, man, look, pay me next month. That's all good. They've been loyal to me. They've been with me ever since I started. So 5 years, their car haven't anyone else haven't touched their car apart from me. Just for the jobs I can do. Obviously, I can't. It's mechanics they're sending somewhere else. So, but these kind of customers, I always say to them, they say, okay, you've done the job. I want to pay you, but I want to use afterpay, 6% extra. Um,
Mm.
our expense if I do afterpay. I say to them, this man, that's all right. Pay me on your next pay slip. So pay me on your next, pay me next month. That is fine. I can do that to a lot of my customers now.
Mm.
And because it's a lesser expense, because I'm not running Google ads, I'm not doing my website at the moment. It's lesser expense that I'm doing on ads with you.
Mm.
I can give also the money I saved, I can return that back to my customers.
Mm.
So a lot of customers, I did 1 meter of PPF for free because I know I'm spending less on the ads. You know, it's still good money, so I can do that for free. That's all good. I don't mind. I'll give them Microsoft clothes. I'll give them merchandise. I'll give them a lot of things just for free. Just have them. Because now my spendings have gone lower. I don't have a bigger shop. I don't. It's not fancy shops, bigger and more employees and more wages anymore. So all that money I save, then I can give a little bit back to my customers. Um,
I get, yeah,
that way they
reinvesting
always,
into the business, right?
yeah, it's reinvesting. So and then they go talk to their family and friends and all of these stuff, and I always get phone calls back and saying, "Oh, hey, you did his car. I want to get mine done too." So that happens a lot. I think word of mouth will give you plenty business than running like Google Ads and stuff. And what more word of mouth gives you, that customer will never ask you for how much you charge. Because they already
Mm.
know. You've done their friend's car. They already know how much you charge. They already know. They've seen your work. So they will never ask you extra questions like, what do you use and like how do you do it? How long is the car size?
They
No,
trust you.
just ring up. They say, yeah, they trust you. They say, okay, hey man, you did Simon's car. I want to get mine done too. When can you do it? Okay, I can do it next week. Oh man, book it in. You know,
Mm.
easy as that. So what that cost me, $0. And I can give probably 50 to $60 worth of stuff to the customer for free because it doesn't cost me anything.
Mm.
You know, that way, then they go out tell more people that.
Mm. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, just one last question before we end it.
Mm.
Um, yeah, we've had a really good conversation so far. Um, and yes, okay. Last question. One of my clients, he's mobile at the moment, and he's been doing really good with the system, just like you are. booking in jobs. He's a part-timer right now in his detailing business. He wants to know when do you know is the right time to invest in like a shop or like a van?
Um, I think I think sometimes, as I said you before, sometimes going big is not good. Um, okay, I'll get it. Okay, I've got a shop, okay, I'm saying that don't go big, and I already got a shop, so it feels like okay, you're full of shit. But when I used to do mobile, I didn't have that much expenses I have now. I
Mm,
didn't have to pay rent because I just had a van and that was all paid for. I didn't have to pay electricity because it was customers. I didn't have to pay for water because that was customers. I didn't have to get employees, get cameras installed and do this and that. I think if you make really good money doing mobile, just stick to just stick to that. And maybe just do ceramic coatings out of your garage. A lot of people are doing that now. So the place that I'm moving now is just out of my home. I've just got a bigger, nice big shed at the back. Probably I can store like 6 cars in there. Um,
oh,
just
nice.
design that. Just have nice lights. Just do everything in there. Because what's that costing me is way less than I'm saving. Um, okay, so if he's doing a mobile, he might be making somewhere like $40,000 maybe every year, something like that. Maybe, well, give or take. Um,
I'll tell
but
you what
once,
he's making. He does it in his garage as well, so like a home studio kind of thing. Like that's what you mentioned. So he does it both ways. Can either do mobile, home, etc. Um, Last month he made 10 10K just in um
mm,
full details and then ceramic coating jobs on top.
yeah, it's just nicer, man. Well, what else do you need? If
Mm.
you're making $10,000 a day and you've got very,
No, no,
way less
a month, a
expense,
month, a month. Sorry.
okay, if yeah, okay, $2,500 a week, but you've got no expense. Um, the only okay, you're living in the house, you got to pay rent anyway. But
Mm.
once you start moving to a shop, then you got to consider okay, it'll be like maybe for a nicer shop, it'll be like $60,000 a year. So what that counts to like maybe $35,000, or maybe more than that. But
Yeah.
plus GST, plus outgoings, plus another insurance, plus employees, electricity bill, and this and that. My last shop when we had a high bay lights, I had 24 high bay lights in there. It was all lit up. The next month, I received the electricity bill, $10,000. Yeah,
No
yeah.
way.
But
So it's
yeah, even it was just starting out. So I just opened up 3 months into the business. Maybe the boards get installed. Maybe so it just was a week that the board gets installed. Lighting, we did it first. So we always just had them on. There was solar on top, so we didn't care. Okay, how much lighting is gonna do. But when
mm,
it received the next month, it was $10,000, man. We didn't really almost way too much that the lights were doing. Um, I think it was about 4 kilowatts, 4,000 kilowatts. I don't remember now, something like that. As my Sparky guy said, plus the air con that we were running, that was more as well. So both of these things, they just took off. Yeah. So
mm,
anything that can or something like this can happen. We had a lot of because I was seven guys working for me. Accidents do happen. Someone scratched someone's car and it's a Mercedes, and okay, while they're cleaning the inside, they're using an air gun and in the interior of it, just that buttons, it just flick off. Sometimes you get in a
yeah.
Mercedes, sometimes you got that coated like it's a chrome buttons and stuff.
Hmm.
So that chrome layer just flick off. $900 it costed me. The car was
Shit.
only $30 for a vacuum. So
Wow.
things like that can happen. Some things that you just got to pay out for. You can't go through insurance or something like this. I'll just
Mm,
got to pay for it.
yeah.
Um, but now it's nicer because it's only me. I know what I'm doing, and I can deliver the best without making, not without like making less mistakes or not making major mistakes where it's going to cost me a lot of dollars. I think that's a saving too.
Mm. That's yeah,
Um,
that's one
I
aspect
would
I
say
don't
if
think
you can,
a lot of people
yeah,
take into account, right? The mistakes and
yeah,
accidents that might happen.
yeah, I would say if you can just grow that business out of your garage, that will be amazing. I've got a guy. So here's a real example, right? Um, there is band organizer. So he's like a detailer. He makes YouTube videos and stuff. He does it out of his garage, and he's making good money just not from detailing, just from making YouTube videos and stuff.
Mm,
So he's been out everywhere, but on his garage, it doesn't look like a house garage. So when you set it up, it almost looks like, okay, okay, it looks like a shop, but it's just a garage. It's just a double garage in there. A lot of guys we see on the internet, they all got the same. They just design their house garage like nothing else, um, and just do it from there. Customer, because when the customer asks you for address, most of the time it's just the last thing they asking. So they've done the what do you do, how you do it, and all of these stuff. What do you use and stuff. They might ask you where about are you, and you can name the suburb, for instance. You don't have to tell that okay, you're bringing it to my house. Um, and the address most of the times be the very last thing,
mm,
you know. Or that way you can charge customers less. That way you get more work because you don't have other expenses to pay.
yeah, yeah, that's
Now
true.
at this place, I can charge them less. I can give these things out for free. As I said, I can give like merchandise for free and stuff because I've got less expenses now. I'm saying that way, okay, I'm making less, but I'm saving the same amount of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
So
Yeah, I
I
think
would
that's really
say,
good advice.
yeah, I think whoever you are, but I don't know. Um, but trying to grow your business just out of your garage. If it's a smaller garage, maybe move to a house that got a bigger garage.
Mm,
Yeah, just do that. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. It's being
yeah.
honest.
You're gonna spec it
I'm
out with
moving to
all
a house.
lights and stuff?
Yeah. Just spec it out with all the lights. Look, okay. I've got to spec this room out for lights. Um, but the same amount of lights, I can just spec it out the other garage, and it'll be a house as well. Then I can spend more time with my family.
Mm,
I'm always home. I can see my daughter whenever I want to. Um, and it'll be just a nicer working environment. You know, I can wake up, take a bath, take a coffee, get started work. You know, and I can try
mm,
take a break whenever I want. It'll be nicer. I think working from house is good.
mm.
Mm.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
just
really
make
good.
just make it nicer. Yeah, just make it
Yeah,
nicer.
100%. Awesome, Mahit. That's pretty much all the questions I have for you at the moment. Yeah, I really enjoyed our conversation, and yeah, I think this video will be really valuable to the clients that I have on board right now.
Mm.
I'll invite them to the Facebook group and everything like that, so they can watch all the interviews, see everything like that. Um, and yeah, also to the prospects as well, um, so they can see like it's a real business I'm working with. It's just not I'm a random person reaching out to them, right?
Mm.
I'm actually helping people out here, like the details, right? That's what I'm specializing in.